I'm Robert Dane. I'm the CEO of a company called SolarSailor. We're a technology company that provides hybrid electric drives and solar sail technology to boat builders. It's exactly like the hybrid car, except on water we can add renewable energy, such as the sun and the wind, via this patented concept we have where the solar panel is a sail. And the technologies have applications from very small unmanned vessels that can stay at sea for years through to large tanker ships. And in the middle, we're commercialising this green ferries for blue highways concept, which means for the first world, it's getting people out of their cars and using the water as infrastructure. And if you're going to run a modern ferry service, what sort of ferry should you have? And they should be reliable, they should be efficient, and they should have zero emissions at the wharf. And we can save 50% of the fuel and make 50% of the emissions with this hybrid solar sail technology. In the developing world, for example, Africa, the technology's got implications for transport because it could be like the wind-up radio, where once you give the country or the people the asset, then the running costs are virtually nil. Mm-hmm. And we've been approached by Gambia and Uganda, looking at us somehow working to get solar sailors into Africa for transport. Yeah. The story I'd tell is that 10 years ago I was a spectator at a solar boat race in Canberra, where they have every year, and I saw they had solar boats, and I thought, well, how would you do a solar sailing boat? How would you build a boat that could run on solar power and wind power and use both together, which is motor sailing, in other words, sailing along and catching a wave of sunshine. And I just thought about it, and then one day I woke up and thought, oh, you'd use a wing that moved to angle to the sun or the wind, and I started reading about wings, and I read a book about insects, or about evolution. And the book said that, you know, the debate between creationists and evolutionists is that in evolution there are gaps, and what good is half a eye or half a wing? And the evolutionists would say, well, in mammals there are lots of things in forests that jump and glide and fly short distances, and that's how the wing evolved. But in insects, which are 90% of the species on the planet, 90% of insects fly, and they initially developed solar panels as little buds and then used them to fly. And so when I read this, that was the eureka moment where I thought, oh, well, boats can evolve solar panels and use them to sail. And that's how come I knew that what we were doing would be had some basis in history and in reality. In essence, I think I hope that we can find some way of living the way we live, using technology that will enable us to live the way we live, but without depleting the Earth's resources. And I think that obviously there's the raw materials are running out, there's the emissions that are made when those raw materials are burnt, and I think that economics will dictate the fact that fuel prices will rise from supply and demand point of view to such a way that we will have to make changes. And I think one of the things that will change is people will have to slow down in terms of flying around the world all over the place all the time. But what I see is that if it's left to just technology, there could be a lag. I guess what I would hope for is that there's the political will that will drive these technologies, because that's what's required is the will. And in countries like Germany, where we're doing business, there is an incentive to do green, and what it's creating is more jobs. You're getting the same level of lifestyle without burning oil, and it's creating stock market darlings, companies that are going, making good profits in a very stable economy. They're growing at 20% a year, and they're providing people with what they want, with not building another power station, but giving people what they want. So my hope for our company is that we'll be doing transport of large container ships, urban ferries, and we'll be doing coastal surveillance and Navy operations with unmanned vessels.